Hey there, friendlies. How's up? I hope you don't hear my family circus upstairs. The sisters are goofing around. Um, Welcome to the 2nd of July episode of my fantabulous live stream. Um, Better a day late than never, I always say. I believe that I missed Country Boy's dram because I think he only drams on Tuesdays. I got this dram with me again today. Seems fitting to have something Canadian. Country Boy, I know what I should have brought out. Oh well, this is what it is. Before then, I'm getting to the bottom of the beer supplies. Interesting thing. For my I do hope you're hearing me. I think you are. Um, for my whiskey channel, I in the warmer months I do my whiskey reviews on a barrel outside, and this brewery, um, the barrel I use is a beer barrel from a beer sort of a wooden barrel from this brewery. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the beer actually tastes like. I can smell it on the barrel. It's a filtered product, brewed and canned by LTM Microbrasserie Brossard, Quebec. Water, barley malt, wheat, hops, yeast. Contains barley and wheat. Okay. Brassé avec des maltes du Québec. So brewed with Quebec malt. But the part I'm supposed to start with is welcome to the Bevies, Blades, and Bushcraft live stream, where we have bevies, we have blades, and we do on occasion talk about some bushcrafty stuff. Before we get on with the show, I do want to do the usual housekeeping. That's the part where I say, excuse me, if you're watching us time shifted, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for dropping a comment down in the doobly-doo below. It warms the cockles of my heart to know that you're out there watching after the fact. I think I blew this one. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. Yes, I love seeing your eyes on this stuff, even though it's too late for you to participate in this side chat. If at any point tonight you really love what's happening on screen, you think the conversation is terrific, Jesse's hilarious, you love my microphone, smiley thumb. If at any point tonight you kind of hate what's going on, that's okay. Frowny thumb, that works just as well. They both count as engagement. Oh, so this is a Russ Lager Russ, so a red lager, 5% alcohol by volume, 473 milliliters, straight up standard Canadian craft beer. So let's give it a tasty McTaste. Oh yeah, that is malty, which is what I like. Some nice malted barley sugars. Love it. So, let's say hi to let's say hi to who is with us. Mark Davidson was in first with a question that not sure what that's about, but maybe he means he's in first. That's what I'm thinking. Congratulations on being number one, Mark. Nice to see you. Off-Grid Recon popping in at number 2. By the way, Mark Davidson is a channel hero. How's it going, Off-Grid Recon? How's the weather where you are tonight? Christy's in at number 3. Christy's got the bronze. How you doing? How's it going? Okay, everyone's saying hi. Raspberry Rock. Russell saying string cheese. I think we've had this conversation. He was irate that I was not online last night. How am I only number 2? Says you're not number 2. You were like number 4. Your math is off at this moment. What's he's telling Christy to stop. He needs to win this. I'm not sure about what. Tops off at 75 XP. What is going on? Is there like some new feature? Hey, people have crowns in the side chat. What is that? What are the crowns? I don't know, Christy. I have no idea what he's talking about. But I mean, I'm seeing new like these little crowns, so I don't know what's going on there. Tenenbaum in the house. How you doing, mister? How you doing? Um, this is members only? Did I set this for members only? No. Please tell me I did not set this to members only. Excuse me for a second, peoples. No, it's public. Whew. I was all stressing and stuff. Excuse me. We got Sean in Alaska in the house. How you doing, Sean? Sean has a number 1 crown. What is going on? What's with these crowns? Although I'm a little late in the chat, someone might have already figured this out. I mean, it's 21:07 and I'm still at 8:49. What are you guys doing chatting it up before I'm even on? What is up with that? I do not know what the game is that Russell needs to win. He said there's XP, but I don't know. Top chat? I'm not seeing this. I don't see this. I don't get it. I don't see it. I have no idea what's going on. It's something that I'm not seeing on my screen. But hey, Skip's here. How you doing, Skip? How's the weather? Country Boy is asking what I'm wondering too, because I guess this was something that was only happening. Oh, there's a top fans thing. I get it. Everyone's got 75 except for Skip, who's only got 50. How did I only saw that like just now because I was like, what's going on over there? It's nice to know. Sean says mayhem. I agree. Tony Mom says utter chaos. I also agree. Sean's popping in with the mayhem as well. Just sort of. Yeah, this is a devilishly good idea because my engagement for this video is going to be huge. Yeah, I regret not doing yesterday, but it wasn't working. Wasn't working out. But what I did, since I had the time, as some of you saw on my short, is I did my half-year maintenance on my brain book. Took out the old full weekly planner and journal. Stuck brand new ones in. It's so nice. I was so excited that I completely cleaned out and re-inked 2 pens. Feels like a new world. It's like New Year's. July 1st is like New Year's. The exact middle of the year. Calendrically speaking. Yeah, I get it now because it looks like only members are showing up in the top fans thing. Man, that was confusing. Like I didn't know any of that existed. But I don't check all my email. You know, it's like YouTube might have told me they were rolling something out and I just would have not even read the email, Oh, no. Sean's gone away. He's going to be back in a bit. Though he said that at 8:55, so Country Boy is like a creature of habit with strong OCD tendencies. I don't like change. I'm not necessarily good with it either. Life rarely gives me a choice, unfortunately, but yeah, I do like to sort of sit in a comfortable little rut and just sort of go through life. But you know, you know. But and it's funny because one of the symptoms of my neurodivergence is that I don't maintain constancy in anything. So when I do, like say, I will live stream every Tuesday night. Period. It's a massive accomplishment for me to have done that and missed only a very few for reasons I just couldn't control, or shifted over to Wednesday for reasons I just couldn't control. My brain book is another example of like, it's amazing that I'm still doing it because I'm the type to buy expensive stuff, start strong, and then peter out. And I'm working hard on that. I'm working hard on all kinds of stuff right now. Tenenbaum is right, though. Change is constant. Absolutely. The arrow of time. I did not think I was ever going to see that term in one of my live streams. Like this. Humans are an anti-entropic force generally. We try to create order. It never works in the long run. I think you're right about that. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. Let me hide these top fans so I can see everyone's little icons so that I can... Marcus in the house. Marcus is, as you guys know, a channel hero. Yep, it's Wednesday. It's kind of weird. Happy belated Canada Day for everyone. She's saying hi to me. Yes. I'm just looking at my video is choppy. This does not surprise me because there's a storm raging outside. Oh, hold on. Okay. My Wi-Fi's on. I'm going to turn it off. This may get glitchy for a second. Just don't go away. Boom. So I shall now look at the YouTube page to see. Sorry, I totally forgot to turn off the Wi-Fi. I need the Wi-Fi on so I can do things like AirDrop, from my phone to my computer and back and forth. But I forget to turn it off for the live stream sometimes. Because if the Wi-Fi is on, my computer broadcasts through Wi-Fi. Because of course it does. Because it pisses me off. Now that Wi-Fi is off, it should be less choppy because now it's hardwired to the modem. Let me know though, Country Boy, if it's still choppy. I'm just trying to sort of skip down a little bit. Yeah, Marcus is getting freezing as well. I'm just sort of boom, 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 boom. How the hell did Sean get number one? I don't know how it works. Fixed. Okay, that's good. Good to know. So, I mean, but that's before anyway, whatever. If it's working fine now, then I'm as happy as a pig in shit, as some in my family would say. What is Tenenbaum? I'm going to open this in a new tab. What did you post, Tenenbaum? What is that? Oh, it's worth a watch, people. Peanut Trucker in the house. Peanut Trucker is a channel mod, so be nice. Okay, be nice. Peanut Trucker just finished a long haul, so I'm sure he's because you're home now, right? Am I keeping your schedule in mind properly here? I think you're home, or you. I think you just finished up a big trip, didn't you? Yeah, nope, not around here. And just sort of trying to get past the everyone just saying hi to each other. Solid state memory notebook. That was at 9:10, so 7 minutes ago. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. It's as of today, right? Because yesterday was the halfway mark of the year, right? So it's as of today. We're closer to 2050 than 2000, which is crazy. Oh, true. I don't know. I don't know either. Then, but the way YouTube works is mysterious in good and bad ways. I get it. I see. That's where that was from. Okay. Um, like I guess if you're not wearing your specs or something, that would look like OnlyFans, or maybe Destiny likes to spend a little money online when nobody's looking. Um, Christy, Peanut Truckers, they're going to Savannah again this weekend. Nice. We've talked about Savannah before. I think we've established that it's a very pretty town. Who's that? Hi, with Mike in the house. How you doing, Mike? Is it damp and hot down there? Destiny says coming up on coming up to July 10th, Steve's birthday. Family party July 9th, so I may miss his happy birthday sentiments. Okay, good to know. Good to know that you've got a party on the 9th and that it's Steve's birthday on the 10th. Yeah, he is home. Nice. I bet you are happy as hell to be home, mister. Steve is here. He's lurking on the TV. All right, that's fine. Welcome to the show, Steve. Oh, and I'm at the bottom of the chat. So I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? What do you want to talk about tonight? What time is it? 21:19. It took me 19 minutes to catch up with the chat. And I'll get all distracted. I'll miss the rest of it, right? No more whiskey. No, more whiskey. It's all in the punctuation. So true. So much truth in that one little statement. Hey, so am I still sort of stopping and starting? Or is the video smooth? Are we good? Disney's asking Chris if he ever drives around the Great Lakes. I don't think he's driven north of the border. Chris, am I remembering that properly? You haven't actually driven up into Canada yet? Or you've done it once or something? Excuse me. Mike says, should be raining in Florida. The first tropical system is heading our way. Nice. Okay, so now the video is fine. Yeah, that was it. Destiny's yelling that the video is smooth. Is that a jubilant shriek? Video is smooth, yeah. Let's let me get comfy here, people. There we go. I'm just waiting for Steve's comment to appear on my side chat so I can put it up on screenage. How hard is it to campsites in Canada. We have a very mature system, a network of campsites through provincial, national parks, and private campsites. Um, I was unable to secure a campsite for this year because um, uh, because everybody's staying home, nobody's crossing the border, so they've all sort of booked up all the campsites, and it was already tough. Like I had already been skunked months ago, um, and now it's impossible. Which is why I need to find a chunk of like crown land somewhere so I can go camping. But you know, Steve is saying long wait list. Yeah, I guess you could get on a wait list. Maybe some provinces do that, like maybe Ontario or something. But in Quebec, the national parks just booked up. I think you can. Maybe you can leave your email, like let me know if something opens up or something. But I'm not even sure about that. Um, the Canadian national parks, I'm not sure about either. Just taking a look. Oops, hold on. Everything jumped. I wanted to show this. Chris says, I went to Canada in 91 from Vermont to Minnesota across the Trans-Canada Highway. That's your only Canada trip. That's not much of a BLM land. What is that? Oh, that's Bureau of Land Management land. Yeah, up here it's called Crown land. If that's the same as Bureau of Land Management land. Tenenbaum is saying it depends on the province and the Crown land rules. If you mean what I might term rough camping. I don't think they do much rough camping. I think that but if you mean at a park with amenities, something, it's very hard to find a campsite right now, especially with the Canada Strong Pass, where entry into the national parks is free. The camping is half price. You know. Hi, good. Mike says I do backcountry campsites. They are rarely used, and I have the campsite to myself, but it is rugged. Yeah, that's what I like too. Country boy can't speak to of anywhere except other than BC, but here's booked up a year ahead of time. That's why I have a jacked up truck. Go where most can. Yeah. If you want to assure yourself of a space at like a Quebec National Park or probably a Canadian National Park, book in October. You know. Destiny's asking if Tenenbaum has the right to roam or something like that on camping grounds. They do have something like that in Sweden. In fact, that's what made me first get my sort of mal de suede, my intense desire to go camping in Sweden one day. But yeah. And yes, as Tenenbaum says, we Canadians can camp on Crown land for free for sure. I think. Oh, Country Boy says the video is freezing again, but the audio is fine. That's probably rain fade. Visitors from elsewhere are theoretically supposed to pay. Yeah, theoretically. I could camp at Raspberry. I've gone camping at Raspberry Rock before. Last year, the timing was bad, and I think this year he said the timing was bad as well. Because I can really only go sort of that weekend between September and October kind of thing, because then the kids are established in school, so I'm not like ducking out at the beginning, like at the straight up beginning of the school year when everything is up in the air. Any later than that, and it's not as pretty because the leaves are on the ground. Earlier than that, I spend a week in Alberta in August gigging, then come back kind of just in time for the kids to start school. And before that, it's bug season, you know. Destiny says, Love to man a fire watch tower over the summer just as a fun thing to experience, like how City Girl wants to work at a lighthouse. I would love to spend a week in a fire watch tower for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, she was asking about Sweden. Because 24 hours at any location that is not prohibited, essentially. So I guess prohibitions are like obviously like national defense areas, um, protected zones, maybe. Actually, you probably answered this, right? Did you? Yeah. Prohibited locations are wildlife preserves, yeah, or an eye shot of someone's house or anywhere you are going to disturb somebody through your presence. Okay. Interesting. I would love to try that one day. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd like to try that someday for sure. Excuse me. Are you guys hearing them upstairs? Do you hear that? Cody is showing her aunt something. I'm just waiting for Tenenbaum's comment to come up in the side chat so I can put it on screen. There you go. It works better the farther north you go, the less densely populated the less densely settled the landscape is. That makes sense for sure. I mean, Sweden, you know, like Canada, it's a northern country. Yes, they sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. That's because they're talking in French. I'm going to tell them you said that. I go to some wildlife preserves, which are pristine, and you just hike and camp. The wilderness, just yourself, and the wilderness, good medicine. Truth. Very true. I'm getting bloody desperate for some of that medicine, actually. Last time I camped at, well, the time that I camped at Russell's place, he showed me what wintergreen is. So now whenever I go into the woods, I look for it. The wealth of knowledge that is available to people who take the time to learn the forest is magical and poetic and towering and scary and wonderful. Like I would love to be someone who can read the clouds or read the landscape, or that's an edible mushroom. That one's definitely not, you know. Mushrooms I wouldn't touch no matter what. Actually, I'm way too scared of them. Um, yeah, I know. I was just being a great big jerk, Tenenbaum. Beer's done. Wintergreen makes damn good tea. I absolutely believe you. Absolutely. So does wild mint. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of mint tea these days, actually, since I'm down to 1 cup of actual tea a day. But like, so I can have tisanes. What's tisane in English? Like herbal teas, but I don't like anything too floral or too fruity. So mint just sort of fits right down the center. Works for me. Excuse me. Oh no, it's not late enough for the yawnies. It's 9:30 for God's sakes, but I'm tired. I'm exhausted. It's been a rough 14 weeks. Hold on. Okay, that's from Tenenbaum telling me about how choppy my video is was at that point. I don't know if it still is. It looks kind of frozen on my YouTube screen. I'm just checking something here. Okay, it seems to be a little better now. I find that, and I don't know why this is, that when it's a really rainy night or kind of stormy, my video is a lot choppier. But why? Because I'm not like I'm not wireless to the world, right? My computer right now is wired to my modem, which is wired to the cables. What's going on? Let me just move over a bit and center myself a bit more because I feel that like I'm, Hmm? Hi. Ba-beep, boom, 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 pound. Destiny. So what did you do for July 1st celebrations, if any? Nothing this year. Clem was her summer camp was open. The missus she had to work. She's at a point in her job right now where she has to be at the office all the time. So um so it was just me and Cody. Cody was upstairs most of the day. We only got her boot off of her formerly broken foot the day before, so she's in a low energy spot right now, sort of just trying to get to know how to move her foot again. So she was just like, I'm going to my room. So I said, okay. So I played Canadian music all day. Had a Canadian whiskey, and just sort of quietly pondered our country, its place in the world, its future, its past, the good and the bad. You know, um, maybe a little water leak into the fiber optics. Maybe. Hike with Mike says, "I like tension tamer tea." Yep, it's a thunderstorm out there, all right. From Celestial Seasonings brand, it mellows you out. Good to know. I don't know what happened. It's everything. Peanut Sugar says all is good now. That's good to know. Just so you know, I did not have my dram last night. What? You managed to fight off your OCD with an extra beer. Well, that's cool. You can maybe have it tonight. Would your OCD allow you to have it tonight? My freaking sinuses. Christy says have it tonight. Hey, Christy, are you drinking yet? Or are you still just drinking on the weekends? As an American, I don't like 4th of July. The pets are all scared with the fireworks, and it's just chaotic. My philosophy on fireworks has completely changed. I used to love them, but as someone who had dogs at one point, I no longer appreciate the fireworks. It's just, and also, so Montreal has a weeks and weeks and weeks long fireworks competition every year. Countries from all over the world enter. It's fireworks like constantly, and the air pollution problem that fireworks cause is real, man. So for someone like me who has asthma, fireworks season in Montreal can be very tough on the lungs. Very tough. I like the look, and the sound is very impressive and everything, but you're right. The animals, it can cause them some real issues. Christy says my dog shakes the whole time with fireworks and does the same thing with thunderstorms for sure. They have no idea. Christy's having a drink tonight. What are you having? What are you having, Christy? What are you having, country boy? Did I make it? See, I thought country boy wasn't drinking tonight, so that affected my my whiskey choice. But if country boy thinks I should have what we sipped on that private, um, was it a Discord video call? then I'll run and get that if you guys will be nice to each other while I'm gone. Excuse me. I'm just waiting for Christy's comment to appear in my side chat. Come on, side chat. Let's do it. Christy, finished the Old Forester. Oh, that's too bad. So you're drinking Jim Beam bourbon. It's a bit of a step down, isn't it? Do you like the Old Forester better? I'm sure you do. I always have beer, just 1 dram per week. Country Boy's gonna have the black bourbon tonight. All right, be nice. I'll be right back. I'm gonna switch my whiskey choice so that Country Boy and I can enjoy a dram together. Want to see something? My mama gave me this. I mean, it's got a hot dog section as well. I mean, it's about several sort of grilled meat things, but there's all kinds of like they've got vegetarian burgers like black bean cheeseburgers, which sounds amazing. They got tuna patties, but I fear the tuna because of fish allergies. Turkey burgers, chorizo burgers, Cuban pork burgers, spicy jerk pork and beef burgers. I mean, come on, lamb burgers. I hate lamb. Jalapeno lamb burgers. I hate lamb. Spicy lamb burgers. Fuck, go with. Moving right along. Beef and veal paprikash burgers. I hate veal too. Hungarian goulash burgers. Wild mushroom cheeseburgers. Baguette beef burgers. I mean, Fontina stuffed burgers. Bronco burgers with smoked mozzarella and barbecue sauce. I mean, hell yeah. That's why I'll never be a thin man. That's for sure. Route 66 burgers, whatever that is. I'm excited. I'm as excited as I ever get. Apparently I froze. You know what I should do? I should be like, and then what? Bro, but burger. You know? Lime is disgusting, and I just got demonized. I know. Sorry. Yes, video apparently is horrible tonight. I don't. It really pisses me off. I'm gonna call my my company and see what the hell's going on with that. Destiny's asking if anyone's heard from Al. Not AI. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I haven't heard from him. I'm worried about that guy. I worry about that guy. Hold on a second. And fine again. Back again. Has anyone heard from Al? Just as you said, I'm froze is unfroze. Oh, you saw him on Off Grid with Jay and Jen's live the other day. Nice. Okay, so he's okay. Not gonna worry about it then. Maybe he's just irritated with me. Maybe I said something wrong. Open link in new tab. What did Bomb just Okay, I'll watch that later. I think I know what you posted there. Okay. So my sister-in-law has just left. Is Jim in the house? Oh yeah. Howdy, driving home. Hopefully see you all in 30 minutes. Well, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. I'm tired tonight, but I'm gonna stick it through. Stick it out. It's not stick it through. Stick it on. Stick it out. I'm tired, but I'm gonna be tough and hang in there. Wasn't embarrassing at all. Whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey. Band is getting sore. Yeah, I said in the last one that I hated their label designs. Holy country boy, what are you doing? What are you doing, country boy? I mean, I'm grateful because it's always fun to. Oh my god, so cool. Um, you don't got to do that. Now let me go to where Kelly Flynn, Two's Cruise, Grace Martin. Grace got another. Hey, where's Grace tonight? Has anyone seen her? Did I say? No, I didn't say hi to her. Scott, where's Darth Vader been lately? I feel that some of these people are no longer around because I said something that pissed them off. But I have learned that tendency of mine to always assume that I've done something wrong is a neurodivergence thing. So I tell you, people, the more I find out about what are symptoms, the more I wonder what the hell's left of me after I get through the list of symptoms. What am I pouring? It does not need 10. It does not need 10 minutes. I'm pouring a dram of the black bourbon, like Country Boy is, because he gifted me this bottle. Country Boy has made some absolutely beautiful use of my package PO box. So this is Country Boy. What did they say about how old this is? I seem to think it's like, if ever in most whiskeys that they don't put an age statement, then you assume that that the youngest stuff in it's 3 years old. But I think this is a 5-year. Am I right about that, Country Boy? So, black bourbon. This is it's a Canadian made bourbon. Like, it tastes like bourbon. It is exactly bourbon, but it's not. It's from Canada, so they can't use the actual term bourbon. That's why it's called black bourbon, spelled like that. And it says small batch copper pot distilled. That's not what I meant. Cask strength bourbon style whiskey, and it is absolutely convincing. It's bourbon from another country. Oh, I see. Al isn't here, so you'll do it. Fair enough. Where I thought doing this on Wednesday means that there's a bunch of people who just aren't here. You know, where's Linda been lately? Haven't seen her in a minute. Oh yeah, Tenenbaum is doing the goods, God's good works, saying where's those thumbs ups? I don't think he's here. I think all those memberships are just like those people aren't necessarily here. Hey Jennifer, how you doing? How's it going on this night of nights? I'm sure you're happy to have Chris home and home safe. You ever worry about him when he's out on the roads? Like on the highway, just on my way home from work, I see almost accidents or actual accidents like all the time. Once, I saw a guy in a semi pull out in front of another semi, and obviously the guy behind like went "Ugh," and sort of threw on the brakes, but like missed the back of the guy who pulled out, missed the back of his trailer by like the width of this desk, and this desk is, I believe, like 40 inches. 40, no, 60, whatever it is. I don't know what inches are. I'm trying to use American terms, but like about this much. And since I was right behind the truck that almost took out the trailer of the other one, I was like, please don't. So it was nice that that they didn't have an actual accident. It's not me. Don't sweat it. Fair enough. Everyone's saying hi. Yeah, they might have checked in at some point earlier for sure, but I don't know. Man, it must be so nice to like be sitting next to each other when that poor guy is on the road for so much of the year. It was elegant, right? Oh, sirens outside. That is a fire truck. I don't know about in other towns, but in Montreal, fire trucks are the first of the first responders. Like someone's having a heart attack, or or in our case, someone's baby is reacting to eggs. The firemen are the first people to arrive, just because there's so many more fire stations than ambulance stops or whatever. So the firemen arrive to stabilize everything and see what's going on. And when the ambulance arrives, they sort of switch off. So that might have been a fire, or it might have been somebody got, I don't know, hit by lightning or something. I don't know. Peanut Trucker saith, we're having a lot of unnecessary wrecks due to the DMV selling commercial driver's licenses to people with work visas. If they're French guys with work visas, then they're probably the scariest yet safest drivers on your roads. Yesterday on your way into work, I saw the skeleton of a Jeep that burned out. I've only ever once I was cruising home and I saw there was a Mercedes on fire. Like clearly a lot of plastic was burning because like red flames and black smoke. I was like, well, we're gonna zip up the window as we pass this. And in my old neighborhood, not this neighborhood, but my old neighborhood, around 3 a.m, somebody bombed an SUV about 2 doors down from me, 3 doors down, blew it to smithereens. Flames everywhere. There were a couple of trees that were blackened by it. Jim says, that's what my son does. He's a full-time firefighter, and he's always one of the first ones on the scene before ambulances or police get there. Yeah. Yeah. They're not French. Two things I learned from being in France. Highly skilled, fast drivers, and you do not mess with the French police. You don't mess with French in uniforms, like soldiers, sailors, airmen, police. You don't. Some of the baddest of asses on the planet. 10 DMV workers in Florida were arrested for selling licenses. That's not a good practice. What's Tenenbaum showing? Open link in new tab. Oh, the firefighter scene from Despicable Me 2. That's a classic scene. For sure. For sure. Country Boy, did we establish whether this is like whether this needs to be opened 5 minutes ahead? Like, is this a 5-year? Generally, if it doesn't say, then it's a 3-year. But their label is so poorly designed that there's no actual useful information on it. There ain't no useful information on that label. However, the juice in the bottle is very bloody good. It's quiet upstairs. I guess the girls are in bed. I offered Cody $5 if she'd take care of her sister while I'm down here tonight. Because once again, her mother will not be home before midnight, most likely. Yeah, country boy, I agree. I didn't see an age statement either. So let's consider it's a 3 year. I mean, I could pour now. It's not a bad thing to pour it earlier. It's just if you have a 10 year, then you should pour it at least 10 minutes before, kind of thing. Should we? I don't know. What do you think? Should we just pour? Would I be able to not touch it for the next 8 minutes? I'll wait until it's 9:55, and then I'll pour it. And then I'll pour it. Hmm. I just totally glitched. I really hate it when that happens. Oh, but I did get something you guys might find interesting. I don't really know if I find it interesting, but we'll see. You've probably seen like Facebook ads for this. It's a sort of sharpening system for, I guess, kitchen knives. It just arrived yesterday. Do you guys think I should try it out? Do like a video, try it out on camera? Would you guys be interested in that content? See if this, because I'm always on the lookout for a new sharpening gadget just to see what's out there. My favorite way is still just water stones, but you know, what the hell is that? Hold on one second. A package has arrived in Canada and is waiting for customs clearance. I ordered some things from Taobao just to see what the hullabaloo is about. I'll tell you, the prices are very low. The shipping is not very low, and it does take some time. So I'll let you guys know if my Taobao shopping experience was a success. Excuse me. The thing is, I don't know if the expensive Swiss one is any better than the knockoff. This one comes from, I don't know, Temu or something, because I just want to see if I like the system, right? And so buying something on the cheap side is a good way to know if you like the. Well, it's the same. Remember when I did the review of that Cold Steel Canadian belt knife? I was like, this shape works for me. I'm gonna buy the real one, kind of thing. I'll see if I like the way it works, and if I do, then maybe I'll bump it up, or maybe maybe it's the same factory. I mean, we know that a Swiss watch is only assembled in Switzerland, right? So, you know, yes, video the sharpening, please. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, me too. I just want to know if it works. I mean, if it does, I wouldn't use it on like my bushcraft knives. I don't think, but on my kitchen knives, why not? Okay, the way it works, Destiny, is I shall now reopen the box. This is why I kind of wish that the camera is further away so I could show my desk sometimes. You lay this on your counter or whatever and put your knife either at a 15-degree angle or a 20-degree angle, and then that's magnetic, so you slap your knife up against that, put it on the counter so that the spine is touching the counter, and then you just Yeah, that's magnetic, all right. And then vroom, vroom, vroom. Uh, it's a fine side, and that's a coarse side. It's a diamond plate, and it rolls, right? So we'll see if it works. Tenenbaum. Open in a new tab. Knockoffs versus Horo rolling thing. Knife sharpener. Yeah, I like to try out a concept with sort of the $20 knockoffs because I have in the past made some very expensive mistakes. Swiss are fighting these guys for infringement. You're never going to win against a Chinese company. The copyright and trademark laws and stuff are bloody different. Just bloody different, man. 21:57. That's 3 minutes to 9. I shall not pour a small dram because it's, what is it? 54% alcohol by volume. In my Kensington Wine Market glass. Come on, fool. That's a whiskey tasting. Oh, the whiskey advent calendar from 2019. Kensington Wine Market. In beautiful downtown Kensington. No, in the Kensington neighborhood of Calgary. It was on Kensington Street. I think it's the neighborhood. So just let that sit for 3 minutes. So yeah, let's see if it works. Christy, we drown. No, I think I'm gonna go into the office tomorrow because the missus is working from home, and we can't both work from home at the same time. It just does not work. We get in each other's hair. It's nope. So I'm gonna go to the office. I mean, I'm not gonna stay up late tonight, right? After we're done here, I'm gonna go to bed for sure. Mark is asking an interesting question. Prime Day is coming up. Anybody looking to score a deal on any blades or bushcraft gear? I can't think of anything I want. Like, I get the fizz from buying bushcraft gear and buying, camping stuff, but like everything I really want right now is way too expensive for that kind of purchase. Like, I want a hot tent. I know which one I want. And it's not sold on Amazon. You buy it at the Canadian Outdoor Equipment Company, but it's a $1,600 tent, not including the stove. So like I'm not in a position where I can make many of and like you guys know the knives I like. I would love that Hella Tamagami. Can't afford it. Just can't do it. I mean, I've got 2 kids and a mortgage, braces. I've said this to you guys before, but I'm not in a position where I can buy that knife. I'd love that Osborne folder. Not in a position where I can buy that knife. Um, there's some journaling stuff I'd like to get, and maybe I don't like giving my money to Amazon right now because fuck the oligarchs, but I might see if there's a couple of things. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. There's some inks I might like to pick up, but yeah, I don't know. No. My life is a symphony of expensive mistakes. Most of them were redheads. I understand you. The lines of chat thing is fun. This lines of chat thing is fun. Who are the top fans right now? Oh, Christie's number 1. Tenenbaum number 2. Country Boys number 3. Sean has dropped off the podium. How does that work? Like, what do they use to figure that out? Russell, you'll be happy to know that it does not top out at 75 because number 1, 2, and 3 are all at 150. You'll be unhappy to know that you're still at 75. You just got to say more things. Hold on. Thanks to Marcus, I know I have a lantern addiction. I blame David too. I would love to have a lantern addiction. I would like to get an old style hot blast lantern. And I'd like to get an old Dietz, like before they moved production to the Far East. Not because I think that they were automatically better, but I have a bass amp here that was made in the UK, is no longer made in the UK. So the historicity of having a made in the UK bass amp, I like that. Mark agrees. Champagne taste on a beer budget for sure. Absolutely. Also, like, I'm about to spend a lot of money on my own health. Some things are, my insurance will handle. Some things will not. So I'm looking into some therapies for ADHD and giftedness, whatever. But like occupational therapy, fine. Psychotherapy, fine. But an ADHD coach is not. There's, my insurance doesn't cover that at all, and that's going to be expensive. Everything seems expensive now. Yes, I agree. Hey, it's after 10. Holy crap. Christy, you got to let me know. Oh, click on the 3 dots and it explains it. Okay. No, it doesn't. But like, there are some people who are called participants. Man, I don't know. I just don't know. Whiskey time. Cheers to everyone. Top fan of witchcraft. Destiny says, "What is tonight's topic?" I don't have no idea. I just don't know. Because when it was going to be last night, I was going to do like a Canada Day extravaganza. Be Canadian. Whatever. I had a plan, but then I wasn't able to go on last night. So now, knife sharpener, burger book, Canadian whiskey, journaling stuff. Whatevs. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Slanja. So good. So good. Actually, click on the 150 and then this is so hard. Click on the 150. I can't click on the 150. Top fans and XP. Okay, so this is related to the community change that YouTube did. You'll need to collect experience points to get on the leaderboard. Send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers. Okay, so it's a racket. It's YouTube getting you to spend money. I hear Camille taking a shower. Country boy, damn, this stuff is good. The octane will kick your ass, though. That is true. That's why I'm taking very small sips. And I am not going to be having a second one because work night. give a quick explanation on Canada Day. Okay. The provinces, or the whatever they were called, the like there was Upper Canada, Lower Canada, Nova Scotia, Manitoba, I think, not sure. All these little colonies, and they were facing a lot of problems. One of which was you guys in the States. One of the drivers of Confederation in 1867 was to maintain these colonies was to prevent these. I don't remember what they're called because I've been having drinks, but like Upper Canada, Lower Canada, and friends from being absorbed into the United States. There was also some trade and stuff happening, and just trying to unify everyone under one sort of umbrella, I guess. And so they signed the Articles of Confederation, if I have that right, after having some drinks. And they did that on, Canada was confederated on the 1st of July, 1867. And that's why it's called Canada Day. Now, we were here before that. I mean, Montreal is 400 years old. I've had family here for 4 centuries, but the country of Canada, as we think of it, got its beginnings in Confederation, 1867. I mean, it's like you guys celebrate Independence Day. Is when your country was sort of, now we have a country kind of deal. Yeah, super chats are the cheat. Fair enough. That makes sense. Hey, good Mike is back online. How do you guys do this? I'm bushed. Montreal was once the capital. But when the government signed a law enshrining French Canadian rights, a mob of angry Englishmen burnt down the Capitol buildings. So Queen Victoria placed the new capital in Ottawa because it was right in the center between English and French Canada. Yes, Mike, I didn't know that you were gone. So what happened there? Where'd you go? It's to a certain extent, I guess it's kind of the same thing, Destiny. We're not comfortable making it sound like it. Yes, because there were a certain number of original signatories to Confederation, and then there were others that, like, for instance, one of the amendments in the Constitution is the one that creates Manitoba, right? Which amendment is that? It's the same. It's the number of the amendment in the Canadian Constitution is equal to whatever the amendment in the American Constitution is for the gun rights thing. Which is why whenever someone, quotes that amendment in Canada, everyone's like, that doesn't mean what you think it means. Connection problems. I think you're not wrong. You're not alone in that tonight. Evidently, I'm having all kinds of weird stuff happening. It wasn't Mackenzie's birthday. So, hold on. One holiday that has moved around quite a bit in the Canadian calendar is Thanksgiving, before they settled on what it the current date or sort of date, right? Because it moves. Oh wait, did somebody just off grid recon? How are you doing? I'm just waiting for you to appear in my side chat so I can pop that on screen. There he is. Hello, people, says Off Grid Recon. Hello, Recon, says the people. How's the weather? You doing all right? Anything interesting going on? Any new bushcraft tools or camping stuff? Destiny. You'll be pleased to know that Taobao has some of those cool Asian camping implements that we've seen in those quasi ASMR Asian camping videos. I haven't bought any of it, but it's there. If I can budget for it, maybe I'll do a video with some of those Asian camping implements. Weather's good. You're at home this week. Nice. Nice. It's good to be home, eh? Tenenbaum is putting a link up for Kristen. Was it Kristen who asked who Mackenzie was? Yeah, it was Kristen. I should have brought down some water, though. Sorry, guys. I'm feeling really low energy tonight. Oh, you were in Hanover a couple of weeks ago. That's cool. Were you there for business or pleasure? I've never been to Hanover. Destiny says, can I get a heck yes to the Korean glamping implements? Love getting away from it all and taking it all with me. What I'll do is I'll take a look at what they got and I'll sort of do it like a selection. I will do like I will curate a small selection of goods and order them. It'll take forever for them to come, and the prices of the goods are very, very, very reasonable. Price of the shipping is just a little painful, but we'll see. Christy says, unto Off-Grid Recon, great videos of the countryside. That is true. Whoops. No bushcraft. No, come on. No bushcraft, but got a good 4-mile hike with their woods. Nice. So how's the countryside over there? Like, was it... I don't want to say how does it compare to the North American countryside, because comparison always sounds like, well, this is better, that's... But, like, was there anything that you noticed that's very different about their countryside, or anything that you noticed that was very similar? Yeah, I watched a lot of them too, because it's almost like visual ASMR. You know, like I can feel my blood pressure lowering as I watch them. Oh, I did not know that. So the company you work for is based out of Hanover, so you were there for training. Nice. Yeah, that I can understand that. The company I work for is headquartered here, but we have offices all over the world, and so we used to just have everyone come to Montreal for training, but now we're big enough that we have like a European center, an Asian center, a Middle East center, you know, one in the state. No, in the States, they come to Montreal. I'm just looking for where. Okay, Destiny, Christy, and I watched those two. Coco Camp is one of your faves. Yeah, man, it's funny. I haven't had time to sit and watch stuff for forever. Like my wife has been has been crunching, shall we say, for like 14 weeks now. So for 14 weeks, I've been doing a full-time job and sort of single dadding. So I haven't had a whole lot of time for A, video games, B, watching a whole lot of YouTube stuff because I'm just so exhausted all the time. A lot like the woods in the northeast of the U.S. Okay, so I would recognize that very well because northeast of the U.S. is southeast Canada. The North American headquarters is in Oregon. Okay. Tenenbaum is putting links to the Fathers of Confederation. Christy, you're going to be quizzed on this tomorrow, so please check that link. And, ask me any questions you want. I expect an 80% on your quiz. Some of those tents are crazy. I also find that there's a lot of setup with a lot of that stuff. I need to buy my family a new tent. That one that was in some of my earlier episodes, where I'm camping with the girls, that tent we finally had to throw away because in our last camping trip we found a large irreparable hole. So I'm gonna pick up a new tent for like a new family tent when I'm camping solo. I have a terrific little hubba two hubba bubba. No, that's chewing gum. I wonder if Hubba Bubba still exists. There goes the train of thought again. Sorry, people. ASMR video of the German hike. I would watch that. Sometimes I go to bed and like my head is so loud that I need to listen to some ASMR or something just to sleep. I don't get the tingles anymore though. I remember when I was younger I got tingles, but I don't really get the tingles, but there's something calming about the whispering. Funny thing though, like some of these ASMR channels are like these dynamite looking girls. And I just don't care because I don't watch them. I sort of put it on and close my eyes, you know? So the voice is 10 times more important than how the person looks, but I'm going to check that out, by the way, Off Grid Recon. Yeah, hubba hubba. I'm so tired of my brain just glitching on me. I'm so tired of it. Country Boy finished his spicy ramen. Use the habanero mango pineapple sauce I sent you. I think you used too much. Tomorrow morning he's gonna earn it. I told Camille that we've got to do that video like soon. For sure. What did I have tonight? Oh yeah, I just bought a frozen lasagna because by the time I got home, I was like, there ain't no time for me to cook something. So I just threw that in the oven. Destiny says it's interesting how each off-grid forest have such different vibes. Like the BC coast, but love the boreal mixed forest of southern Ontario. The thing is, if you go north of any province, you hit the boreal. The boreal is the largest biome on the planet. It reaches from, the Yukon or Alaska, I guess, all the way around, goes through like northern Scandinavia, right through Russia, all the way back around. It's the crown of the planet. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, I also like more, the forest, the mixed broadleaf and stuff that we have around Montreal, kind of similar in a lot of ways to where Russell is, which especially in fall is heartbreakingly beautiful. Absolutely. When I was camping at his place, where he's got like there's like an aspen stand, and I lost a half hour just staring up at these golden leaves against these white trunks. The quality of light in that kind of area, it's just unbelievable. Oh no. Young again. Sorry, peoples. Off Grid Recon agrees with Destiny, as do I. Absolutely. Just checking the time. Wouldn't want to go late because I really want to go to bed. I think like when I say that I love the boreal, I love the forest. The boreal is like the pinnacle for me, but like sit on your arse in a piece of woodland for a couple of hours, no matter what piece of woodland you're in, and it's gonna be good for your soul. It's gonna be wonderful for your soul for sure. Yeah. In fact, he said, yawning, um, you can just go and spend an afternoon in like a park that has a lot of trees and grass in it, and it'll do you some good. You know, this innate need we have for a little bit of nature time. I was listening to the CBC, and they had a scientist on who had who was part of like they did a study, and they discovered that if you're walking and there's like a plant growing through a crack in the sidewalk, and you just stop and pay attention to that plant for a few minutes, it does you some good as well. Sorry about the yawning, guys. It's just this last few months is really catching up with me. Phone's charged. It's like there's something innate in us that requires a little contact with something green, no matter how small it is. Me, I want to sit in the forest, but in the absence of that, um, I can just watch one of my bird feeders for 20 minutes and see the birds just hopping. It's really hard to be in a bad mood when you're watching a bunch of birds like boop, 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 boop around a bird feeder, because they're not trying to be cute or, happy. They're just doing their thing, but they look cute and happy, because they're hopping around, and they're sleek little guys, sleek little bodies, you know. I don't know. It's really, you get what you can, I get what I can, that's for sure. And sometimes it means staring at the leafy corner of my backyard and watching the birds. Sometimes it means hiking around in the woods or something, you know. Um, Chris says here in Oregon, I live and spend time on the wet side. We get so much vegetation that walking off trail is absolutely insane. Love the East Coast hardwood forest for this reason. Fair enough. Yeah. Um, one of my daughters is up. That's heavy enough. That's definitely Cody, because her sister is very, very small. Um, Destiny, you said yes to Asian camping stuff. Let me just take a note of that because otherwise I'm going to forget it. Let me just take a note of that now. Where's my bushcraft notebook? Where the hell? Where has gone my notebook? I will write it down on a scrap of paper then. Which is exactly what I'm trying to stop doing. Okay, note is taken. But like, I'm still trying to get stuff together for that 1970s camping video that I wanted to do. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. But like finding an actual 70s vintage backpack is expensive and hard, and I just run out of time. When yawn equals one shot, oh my land. Yeah, it's only Wednesday this week because last night I was just way too busy on stuff. It's Canada Day, so we had a long day. Although hilariously not very celebratory in the end. There's my damn notebook. There's my damn notebook. So I'm gonna take note. I'll take note of that after we're done here. Um, maybe we'll just go until like 10:30 today, because I'm sort of fading on you guys here, and I don't want to be one of those, you know. And you guys are waiting for me to wake back up. Yeah, Tenenbaum, someone with old gear to lend it to me. Yeah, I don't know anyone outdoorsy. No, like I don't like I'm not part of a bushcraft community here. I'm very isolated, or a camping community. Um, yeah, so it's tough to find stuff. You do not have gear that old. Yeah, very few people do. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people just sort of, they used that stuff in the '70s, and as better gear came along, you know, they traded up. You can't blame them, right? I mean, if I wasn't specifically looking to do like a 1970s camp out kind of using a video using vintage gear, I would not use one of those '70s era external pack frames because they're heavy. We have better stuff now, but I'm '70s vintage. So I just think it would be hilarious to do, a camping trip using '70s vintage stuff and do a video about it. Maybe, not even do a compare and contrast, just straight up my '70s weekend in the woods kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna shut her down because you know, I'm fading on you. Um, so next week we're back to '70s stuff equals off grid. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I'm just waiting for that to pop in onto the side chat here. Anyways, stuff that was brown and yellow. That's absolutely true. Like the North Face had a brown label, series of backpacks from then. Would love to find one of those. Jim still got his backpack from the '70s. Yeah, Jim, I was talking about that video idea I had months ago, maybe even like a couple of years ago now, of collecting a bunch of 1970s era camping gear or something that has not changed substantially since the 1970s. Like I have a Primus classic stove. I mean, it's from 2010 or something, but they haven't really changed that design since way back when. So I would use that. Um, and just all '70s gear, '70s backpack, '70s sleeping bag, '70s tent. I it's it's a lot more expensive to source the stuff than I thought. And as I was saying to Tenenbaum, I don't live near anyone who's got any of that stuff, you know? Off-grid Recon's from '77. I'm from '72. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I get it. Jim says, all my gear is old. I love, I just keep going to back in my head to that video by some guy who has like the Grumman #1 that he's had for 40 years. Right. And so, like, it's second nature for him between him and that knife. He knows how it feels. He's very comfortable. Like 40 years of experience with anything makes it like a pair of slippers, right? Um, anyways, oh yeah, Christie's. You guys are off soon because it's the 4th of July. So have a good Independence Day to all you Americans, and have a good weekend for everyone. Yeah, sorry, Jim. I'm just so tired. I'm falling asleep on you guys here. However, the Madame's um, uh, crazy hours should be coming to an end tonight. So by next week, by next Tuesday, I hope to be in better condition. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me, even though I've been kind of down tonight due to fatigue. between now and next Tuesday, everybody have a good holiday. Be safe, be sane, be healthy, and be kind to one another. Good night, everyone.